As you may remember from last season, we stopped at Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy to talk to the owners about all the great things that are happening there. Well, we're back again for another great year of golf, games, and good food. Some things never change at Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy.
Heisler's was started by my husband's aunt and uncle, Morris and Pearl Heisler. The dairy part of it was actually started in 1924 just as a milk-producing dairy and home delivery service back when milk was delivered to homes. They ran that operation for several years, and then this location was actually started in 1957. Leonard's Uncle Morris decided he wanted to go into the ice cream business and developed his own ice cream recipes and formulas. And then from there, it became very popular right away. From opening day, they had cars lined up. They didn't really have much of a parking lot at the time, but there were cars lined up the road, coming into it.
And that popularity continues today. The owners of Heisler's make sure things are always kept up to the highest standards, just like it was years ago. That includes still making ice cream the same way as always, right there on site.
We're still using the same recipes that Leonard's Uncle Morris had developed. A lot of the same suppliers we still use, a lot of the same ingredients we still use.
The milk they use comes from local farms in the area. Sometimes you could even catch a glimpse of the dairy cows in the nearby fields. So you can be sure the milk that's supplied to Heisler's is always very fresh.
We do have a full operating grill that's open anytime the dairy bar is open. The hot food from the grill is open. There again, it's just basic fare hamburgers, hot dogs. We also make our own chili sauce for the hot dogs and hamburgers, which is also very good. It's again another family recipe that we use. And then we also have like fried foods, your pierogies, which are which are so good throughout the Col region. Everybody loves the pierogies. We don't pre-make it and then have it sitting in warmers. Everything's made right out. And on the weekends when it's nice, it gets, people come for it. It's very, sometimes we try to, produce everything out fresh, but in a very expedient manner. We have a great kitchen crew.
Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy is known throughout Pennsylvania for not only its great ice cream, waffles, barbecue, and burgers, but for its great mini golf courses as well. A few years back, those courses got a makeover and now have a new look that honors the Col region of Pennsylvania.
So when my husband decided to do landscaping, he decided to incorporate Col into the landscaping. And my first comment, my husband's from New Jersey. He wasn't from the Col region. I'm a Col region girl from Schuylkill County, from Tamaqua my whole life. And I said to him, when we grew up, we didn't have sidewalk chalk. We used Col on the sidewalks. So I said, kids are going to be over there drawing all over the sidewalks. And sure enough, they do.
One can't help but notice the numerous birdhouses that can be seen all over the property. Home to a type of bird called the purple martin.
The purple martins have been coming to Heisler's probably for 30 years or more. At one point we had the second largest population of purple martins in Pennsylvania. My husband's uncle had started putting up the purple martin house actually to control the mosquito population because they actually eat mosquitoes. So he started building one purple martin house, and now we have probably, I'm not even sure, I think we have 20 different purple martin houses, each that holds maybe 20 birds in each house. The story of the purple martins, though, it's unique because they come back every year to the same location. They come early April and they leave early August. But in order to attract them back to your location, they want a clean home. So you actually have to, we take down the houses every year. They're cleaned out, repainted. They're very fussy birds.
The owners of Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy pride themselves on not really changing certain things, like the totem pole that has been around since the 60s. But when they did have to take it down, their customers noticed.
The totem pole was actually put up here in the 60s, and it was actually an actual Indian-made, dedicated totem pole. It actually has some sacred value to it. And that's been up here, since I think about 65, 66 is when that was stood up. And it was a big ceremony when they had it. I mean, we have newspaper clippings from it, and it was a big to-do when it went up. And people do remember that, that it's something, one of those things where it's there, so you kind of take it for granted when you look at it every day. But 2 years ago, we had actually taken the totem pole down for repairs because it's wood and it's outside. It started to become dry rotted, and it needed some repair. So we took it down for the winter, and some of our guys that worked here actually worked on it, rebuilding it, repatching it, and painting it. When we reopened that spring in April, it wasn't quite ready to go up yet. We followed, within a month, but we had more comments and more letters and more comments on our Facebook page as to where it happened to the totem pole. People were very upset that the totem pole wasn't up. And we did explain to them it was coming, it was being repaired, and it would be up shortly. But it was something that we were surprised at how many people did remember it and notice it and missed it when it wasn't there.
Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy has been around for a long time. I had to ask Ann, what is the secret to the longevity and success of this business?
I think it really is the simplicity of it. And we really talk about it. It's a simple knife. It's a throwback to things when they were simple, because we do things so much the same. Sometimes I feel like people say, oh, well, what are we doing new this year? Or what are we doing? And do we have anything different? And we don't really add a lot. We add little things new and all that. But I think if to change it too much would take away from that simplicity of it. And we've had so many people that have generations of people coming and going. And a lot of our employees are young people and high school kids. I had a girl who came in to work. I said, oh, is this your first job? And she said, yeah. And I said to her, well, this is a lot of people's first job. And she said, yeah, it was my nanny's first job. So I know now we really hit a lot of generations now, when it's now grandchildren of employees are starting to work here. But like I said, the ice cream is still pretty much the same. I mean, I know myself, even when I eat a hamburger with everything on it and a vanilla milkshake, it tastes the same as it did when I was 10 years old. And it just brings back that flood of memories, and that, things when things were simple and good. And things are still simple and good, but sometimes we just need something to remind us of that. And I think just, always producing quality products and putting it out there, and just, putting the customer first. I think that's what people keep coming back. And we close during the winter season, but people just really anticipate that opening day. I think when it starts, the light will just get a little bit lighter, and I go anywhere in Tamaqua, people ask me, when are you opening? When are you opening? When are you opening? It's just, people look forward to it. It's bringing on summer. It's just that feeling.
The owners of Heisler's take the safety and health of their employees and customers very seriously, so they would like everyone to know they are taking every precaution they can to ensure your time at Heisler's is safe and fun. Their philosophy has stayed the same for over 50 years. Give people a quality product at a decent price with a friendly smile. Generations of families have enjoyed Heisler's. A day in the country, the simple part of life. Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy is indeed a return to a simpler time. When you're in the area, stop by for some golf, some games, and some good food.